Welcome to Senior Insights on the Road. I have to go to the pharmacy, and I might, because I can't resist, stop in at Marden's. I'm not sure. I don't like to leave Quinn alone too much, but what the heck? I can't tell you how excited I am about my decluttering. I can't believe that I actually showed you people how disgusting my bathroom was. That's how much I love you. I don't care. I don't seem to have any inhibitions with you folks, my friends. That's because I know you'll accept me for who I am, just like we accept everyone here. But when I did that video of the tour of the bathroom, I could not believe the amount of stuff. It's really funny. I mean, I use the bathroom 100 times a day, but I never noticed all the stuff and how unorganized it was. Well, I mean, I knew sort of, but I mean, when you really dig into it, it's pretty bad. But I've been working on it. I don't know how I'm going to show it. I've been filming, different parts of it, or after I go through the stuff, showing you piles and stuff. And I'm going to show you how much trash I get out of there. So I'm really kind of excited and inspired, and I'm working a little harder than I ordinarily do, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining at all. I'm very happy with my level of activity. Of course I take a rest, and of course I'm having a problem with my Kindle, so it just won't sync up to the internet, which means I can't get any books, which really is annoying. And for those of you who like paper books, real books, you will say, see, I told you so, you should get real books. But I think because I got I got a couple Amazon gift cards for my birthday, that I might actually buy myself a new Kindle, an updated one, because mine is, probably 8 or 9 years old. And, they keep upgrading them and stuff. Of course, I looked at them, and they're a little more expensive than they used to be, too. So, I don't know what I'm going to do, but that's on my mind anyway. So, back to the decluttering. I did some last night, and I did find a lot of linens in that wicker basket, and I ended up throwing them in the wash just so I could reassess. I threw a lot of them out because they were moldy. Some of them were moldy, and some of them were stained. I don't know what. I did find evidence of, there was some bird seed, sunflower seed in the bottom of that wicker hamper. So obviously there was some kind of rodent activity, but I didn't see any droppings anyplace or any real damage. It's just that those things were in that hamper for years, a long time. So today what I'm going to do, if I have time, because I'm doing a video that I'm really trying to spend a little bit more time preparing. I don't usually do much preparing, as you can tell. But there's one that I think that I'm hoping to release tomorrow that I think deserves a little more thought and attention to than just me winging it. So I have to do that, and then I'll go through the things that I washed, and I'll decide. Obviously, I really don't need to keep them, because I didn't even know that I had them for all these, they've been hidden for years. So that's one thing that I should just have either thrown out the whole thing. But if there's something good in there, like there was a set of towels, that was perfectly fine. It just doesn't go with my color scheme, and I'm all into how things look. I know you don't believe me because of the way my bathroom looks, but it's true. Could you tell that there was like a little overall theme in there? Debbie was funny. Debbie from A Kentucky Life with Debbie, she said, I have a suggestion for you. Release the ducks. Something like that. I think she's right. I don't think I need to. Well, see, I was thinking the woodland theme and camp and all that stuff. And so that's how I got involved with all that. But it's time to declutter and get rid of that stuff, I guess. And I wanted to explain, it looks like there's a light bulb burnt out. It's not burnt out. There's a short in that particular outlet. So, it can't be fixed without taking the whole medicine cabinet down. Maybe now is the time to do it when I empty that out. But what I did yesterday was I did the floor, and I'm still working on the floor. I decided to start from the bottom up. So that's what I did. I took everything out of there. All the toilet paper that everybody commented. Come on, you all have tons of toilet paper. What I did notice is I didn't have enough paper towels. I only had 2 rolls. That won't last long, especially since I don't want to go out ever. But look at me, I'm out and about again. This is the 3rd time this week. And no wonder I'm falling behind in my little, in my videos. I don't want that. There wasn't very much interest today with the teddy bear thing. I didn't think there would be, but the people who watched it enjoyed it, and that's all that matters. Just one person getting some pleasure out of it. Yeah, so anyway, I have to, when I get home, I have to prepare the video. That is the most important thing for tomorrow because there's nothing scheduled. And then I have to go through those things that I washed and complete the bottom part of the linen closet and start on the next shelf. So that's what my plan is. Wow, there was a lot of traffic here. I couldn't even get out of the street. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do today, if I ever get home. Because you see, it takes, now Woody will complain. He'll say, what do you mean, a 30-minute ride to the woman's group? That's how long it takes me. You don't have to watch it for 30 minutes. Just shut it off. Or better yet, just run it and go do something else if it's not anything interesting to you. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, and I'm kind of excited about our board meeting too, because I'm going to give you a final update on my birthday, and I'm going to thank everybody. And we had a sad occurrence on Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night. One of the members of our community, R. Richardson, she sent me an email the day that I wasn't able to post a video, and she said that she was sorry, but that her husband had passed away the night before. And I could not, I looked back at the video because she gave me her actual first name, and I didn't write it down, and now I can't remember it, but it's R. Richardson, and she, her husband was on hospice, and he was on a dementia care, and he had recently been hospitalized, so it wasn't unexpected, but it's still very painful, I'm sure, because all of us have experienced some of that. So just keep her in your thoughts and your prayers. That's another thing I haven't been reminding you people. Noontime is prayer time, so if you think of it and if you're of that persuasion, then go for it, please. I'm also, of course, going to stop at the post office. Who knows? I may have some phenomenal, maybe I won $1 million. It was so cute the other day. I was watching Plain Vanilla Grandma, and she was talking about how she had terrible news. And the terrible news was that she didn't win the $1 billion lottery ticket. And then she talked about Publishers Clearinghouse and stuff. And yeah, that is terrible news. I was kind of disappointed myself. Wouldn't we all wish we could win the lottery and Well, money isn't everything. And nowadays $1 million isn't anything anymore. It's very strange. But I saw an interviews on, I don't know if it was the news or YouTube or whatever, what people would do if they won the lottery. This was just recently because of that. And it's really interesting. They interviewed about 6 people, and not one of them said anything that I would have done. And I thought it was really interesting because if I won the lottery, the first thing I would do is I would make sure that I was taken care of financially and that I had set in place something so that I could live in my home with the least amount of impact on my children for the rest of my life. Then I would take care of my children. I would pay off their mortgages. But see, if you win $1 million, that's not enough. You can't do that. You can't take care of yourself and then pay off the kids' mortgages. But anyway, that's what I would do. And then I would do charitable things like, I don't know. I do a lot. I don't do a lot. I donate some money to the food bank here. And there are so many things you could do if you had $1 billion. My town needs a dog park. I would put in a dog park and put perpetual maintenance in place, or put in a swimming pool for the kids, or make housing for the poor, or something. I would do something to give back to the community. But being the selfish person that I am, I would take care of myself and my own family first. So, wasn't that enlightening? Pretty soon we're going to be riding by my daughter Erica's house, and she finally got an offer on it. She had to take a little less because, of course, when she listed it, the market kind of tanked because it did. But she did get someone who's interested in it and who has made an offer that she accepted. So hopefully it will go well for her so that she can have one less stressful thing in her life. So what else? Oh, my friend Gay, she just called me this morning. She is so funny. I told you she's 82 or 83, I can never remember. But she's making the chocolate chip muffins. And she called me and she said, I know I'm a pain in the neck. I said, yes, you are, but I'll keep you anyway. It's okay. And she's making the muffins and it calls for buttermilk. And I said, well, all you do is, if you don't have buttermilk, just use regular milk, or you can use regular milk and throw some vinegar in it. Well, she didn't have buttermilk, and she didn't have any regular milk. She was wondering if she could use sour cream. And I said no, because the recipe calls for sour cream down the road. You need something to moisten the batter. So we debated about what she could do. It didn't even occur to me. She lives down the street. I have milk. I could have brought her some milk, and she could have made her own buttermilk. But it didn't occur to me, and she decided that she was going to use evaporated milk, which I'm sure will be fine. Uh-oh. There's one of those, those mobile things that tells you how fast you're going, and it's saying, whoa, 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 you're too fast, you're going too fast. I'm glad it doesn't yell or speak at you. So I had to slow down, but I know I'm still going over the limit, and I'm going by a school. They don't, oh yeah, they do have, I was going to say, they don't even have school yet. It's still summer, but yeah, they do have school now. So, anyway, it was pretty chilly this morning when I got up. It was in the low 50s. And I love that for sleeping and for getting up in the morning with that kind of cool chill in the air, but I know a lot of people don't like that. my summer PJs on. I was thinking, oh, I suppose I'm going to have to whip out those warmer long sleeve, long pants ones. Since I wear pajamas, I don't wear nightgowns. I don't like nightgowns. Unless they were a sexy one, that is. No. I haven't had a nightgown in a million years. Anyway, I'm coming up to the post office. I'll open up the box and there'll be nothing, and I'll say, oh, they don't love me anymore. They're losing interest in me. That's how I think. What can I say? I'm a doozy. Well, I'm leaving the post office, and yes, I did get a few things, and I'm not going to open them in the car because I will lose them, and the poor people that have sent them to me will never even get an acknowledgement or anything. It was recently called to my attention that someone had sent me a card, and it was a beautiful card. It was a watercolor card, and I promise I will show it. But she was feeling like she was having a hard time getting noticed by me, so I'm sorry about that if I've made anyone feel that way. Of course, I put a piece of candy in my mouth when you weren't looking. Oh, I'm riding by a Harley Davidson red sparkly motorcycle with a little trunk in the back, and I bet Nona Grace would love that. She goes on, her and her husband go on quite the adventures. Well, I had my friend Greg, my next door neighbor, look at my hot tub to see if he could level it while it was empty, and he said no. He would suggest calling the people that I purchased this from, and that's not happening. So I'll just fill it up. It's been unlevel since they installed it, so what the heck, it's been working fine. And I'm just about done with that project, so maybe I'll tape a video in the hot tub when I'm in the hot tub. Problem is, when I'm in the hot tub, I go skinny dipping. Somebody talked about wanting to go skinny dipping. That was one of their dreams. They should try it. They might like it. I live in the woods. There's no one around. So, well, I think this is getting boring for you, so I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you in the next video, and I just love riding with you, and I'm excited about my decluttering.